Hello everyone, this is looking at using Chat GPT API wrapper in Rust. There's an example usage down here which is pretty good, but I did get one error, so I had to change unwrap to unwrap or else. We look at the code. This is the same code you just saw. I've added colorize, I've added standard FS file, standard IO, standard IO write. In fact, what I've done is I've allowed the user to input a query. So we've made a mutable binding called query, which is a new empty string. And then we add the standard input into that string. Then what we do is we create a client, and then we send the message to the client, pass in the query. We get the response, and with that response, we can then write it, or we call it the result, and then we write the result as bytes to a file. And now I'm going to show you what happens when I do that. So let me just make that a bit bigger. We run it, cargo run, and I'm passing in my API key. Don't try and use it because I will have deleted it by the time you see it. It's building it. So enter a query. There we go. I'll ask a question. Please return just the Python code. No explanation. Write code to do Fibonacci sequence as a function and use that function at the end of the code to print the output of the function. So if we run it, it's done it, and it should have made a new file. And I've got a new file there. So if we do LSI, we can see we've got a new file, and the time is 1336, and we see we've got a new file there, 1336. Just to prove I'm not cheating. There you go. So if we run that now, Python experts, it's actually done the last in the Fibonacci sequence. So not strictly what. Just try and run that again. I thought I was getting the yeah, so it's just showing the last in the Fibonacci sequence. It's overwriting itself each time. So my instructions weren't perfect, but obviously you can tweak what you ask it. Okay, yeah, so it's just passing in 10, so it's printing the 10th item in the sequence. Good. So that is how you can use the Chat GPT API wrapper. So we got the first argument, which was the API key. If that's not provided, then standard process exit, so it exits the whole thing. So the key is it's actually the second argument, because argument 0 is actually the binary executable. We ask for the query, set a variable to the query, then when we pass that in, client.send message, and then we, at the end, we pass the response into a file called output.py, and then we ran it using Python. So what we've done is we've used Rust to call ChatGPT to write us a Python file to solve a problem. Obviously, I've done Fibonacci sequence, but it could be any particular Python code you desire. So thanks for watching, and I will be back soon. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up, by the way.